Unlock your dream property with Meeks Realty Group, where Rich the Realtor makes real estate dreams a reality. Whether it's residential or commercial, we've got Charleston to Huntington covered. Your key to exceptional real estate experiences start here. Meeks Realty Group. Contact us at meeks.us.
The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. From the studios of WVRC Media, the country, the United States of America, the state, West Virginia, the city, Charleston. This is the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. And your host.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
Hey, folks, and Friday morning to you. Welcome to the show. Ryan Nicholson is our producer today. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor, text 304-935-5008. We do the show from the Parmar Store studio. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. Parmar, again, sponsoring the Adelphia Summer Concert Series in Marietta, Ohio. It's only a 90-minute drive from right here in downtown Charleston. Coming up tonight, get ready for the Pop 2000 tour. Chris Kirkpatrick of NSYNC, O-Town, BB Mac, Ryan Cabrera, and LFO. The tomorrow night, Ace Frehley of KISS is there, Steven Adler of Guns N' Roses, and the tribute band Van Halen. For tickets or information, visit theadelphia.com. And if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. And we're brought to you by the Thornhill Auto Group, including Thornhill Ford Lincoln on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 in Chapmanville. Drive home a new 2024 Ford Escape, 2.9% APR for up to 72 months, plus a $1,000 trade assist rebates. Must qualify for all offers through Ford Financial. See them for all the details. Phone calls to the Dave Allen Show, a service of Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly on Spring Street in Charleston, and texting services provided by West Virginia's finest men's store, Tony the Taylor, Virginia Street in downtown Charleston. Visit bestmastertailor.com. And also want to take time to welcome back to the show a business that sponsored the show once before, and now they're back again. I'm talking about Brightway Insurance and Mays Agency. Now, they offer small business insurance through the four major carriers, the Hartford, Travelers, Progressive, and Next. You can call or stop by and see John and Sherry Mays today, 3860 Tays Valley Road, Suite 1 in Hurricane, or call them at 304-814-2509 or visit brightwaymays.com. Happy Friday. Welcome to the show. It's Friday, meaning another Live on the Levee. Jim Strawn will join us to talk about the Moses Auto Group Live on the Levee a little bit later on. Dr. Casey Sachs from BridgeValley is going to be stopping by this morning. If you're going to be traveling to Nitro for pretty much the rest of the summer, you're going to want to know that there's some traffic issues you're going to have to contend with. Plus, some big events going on in Nitro with this major pickleball event. Joe Stevens from the city of Nitro is going to join us to talk about that. And I'm going to try to squeeze in my comments on the Biden press conference last night as well. Your calls and texts are always welcome too. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor, text 304-935-5008. Before all that, though, let me welcome in Hannah Gardner with our Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association. Hannah, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. How are you? I
am doing fine. We haven't talked in a while. I mean, we didn't have a show last week because of the 4th of July holiday, and I think maybe you may have been away before that. So how have you been?
I've been great. How have you been?
I'm doing fine. Are you remaining cool and keeping all the animals cool up there as well?
Oh, yeah. We're doing our best.
All right. So let's get to our pet of the week. As always, we have the picture posted on Dave Allen Radio on Facebook and at Dave870 on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. Gravy. You know, I love that. Gravy is our pet of the week this week. Tell us all about Gravy.
All right. Well, he is a very, very handsome dog. He is around 3 years old. He's a bigger dog, so he's right up my alley. I wish I could take him, but I already have so many. He is 56 maybe pounds, which of course that is probably the biggest he's going to get where he is 3 years old. Mm-hmm. However, I guess it depends on how you feed him. So he could
like the rest of us.
A little bit more. I guess it depends on if you give him gravy or not.
Yeah.
But he's a sweet, sweet, sweet boy. He's very friendly. We consider him a social butterfly at the shelter, which just kind of insinuates that he's good with everything that we've noticed. So he does prefer calmer dogs. He plays a little bit. He likes to play with toys and stuff, but he's not super, like, rough house dog or anything like that. He likes to kind of chill. And he came in, actually, because his owner did pass away. So he doesn't have, or we don't have much information on his background, but we do know that he knows how to sit, he knows how to shake, and he knows how to speak. So he does have some of those few basic commands already, but he chose to be kid-friendly from what we have noticed. Of course, I always say this every single time because I cannot stress it enough, to make sure that you are not leaving your kids and a dog that is new to the home alone in the house. That is just for everybody's safety. You never know what might be a trigger for a new dog in the home. So always teach your kids boundaries as well as the animals. But other than that, he does pull on the leash a little bit, so he could use a little work on that, but it's not much. He's definitely very, very chill, laid-back guy, but he's very social, very sweet with people. So he's got it all. He's just a good all-around dog.
Any idea what kind of dog he is, what breed he is, Hannah?
I mean, I'd have to say he's got some sort of pity in him, some sort of bully or something in him. But it's possible he could have other stuff in him.
Sure, yeah.
He's very pretty. He's got very pretty brown eyes that match his fur. So he's really cute.
He's a beautiful dog. And again, you can see the picture. I've got it posted on Dave Allen Radio on Facebook and at Dave A70 on X. I'll remind you that the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Pinnacle Consultants. Poor indoor air quality can cause a variety of health issues like allergies, respiratory problems, and more. Pinnacle Consultants offers specialized indoor air quality services for residential, commercial, and industrial type settings. Visit pinnaclecorp.net because what you don't know can hurt you. I got a text waiting on you this morning, Hannah. Your fans are calling. Are you ready?
Yep.
Says, how are the Fayette Parvo pup and sister doing this morning? She was at risk of being euthanized if no one took her. So a huge thank you and God bless you to all of you at the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association. We are so blessed to have you in our community, says the texter. The Fayette Parvo pup and her sister, Hannah.
If it's the one that I'm thinking, I believe that they are doing good and that they're coming right through the whole Parvo situation right now. So they're on track to being adoptable, I believe. So if you want to know more information, if you know what we've named them, you can always call the shelter and you can ask about them, and we can tell you more in-depth details about what's going on with their treatment and how they're doing.
How are the numbers looking at the shelter? I know I saw one of the video tours that you had done maybe earlier this week or maybe last week, and you had somebody on camera there, which is just going through and kind of give it a video tour of the shelter. And I mean, you know, you got dogs living in offices at that time. You got them, you know, anywhere you can find a place. How are the numbers looking overall, Hannah?
So a tad bit better, still housing them pretty much in multiple different areas. I know that we've had one that was housed in our back office. I think we have one that's housed during the day in one of our front offices, but I think that most of them are back into kennels and stuff right now, but we're still full. Like, the kennels are still full. It's just we were able to move the ones that were being housed everywhere else back into kennels. So still looking for people to come out and to adopt. Our Bissell special is going on right now, so all of the adult dogs, cats, and kittens are $30 to adopt. That still includes their spay, neuter, microchip, vaccines, flea treatment, and their dewormer as well. Of course, we always include that, but that is something that is included in the $30 if you want to adopt now.
I always like to produce your own social media before we do this segment each Friday, Hannah. You folks just do a fantastic job on your social media, not only listing the pictures of the animals that are up for adoption, but also the other activities you've got going on. And I think a couple of your team members were hitting the road. Is that right?
Yes. So we do have some that are at a conference right now. So they're kind of just furthering their education. They're also speaking at the conference. So they will be I think there's 3 of them that are going. I believe it's Cheyenne, Julie, and Sarah, and they are going to be presenting holistic approaches for shelter dogs and behavior. So that's going to be really interesting. I hope it's videoed. I think it usually is, but I'm not sure if they'll post it or not. So I'm definitely curious to see how it goes.
Yeah, and again, anytime you can learn more information and kind of bring it back home, that's always a good thing. Also, I want to give a shout out, and I got this off your social media as well, to the folks at Night Owl Tattoo. They're located in Teays Valley. They're helping you guys out with an event next Thursday from 11 till 7. Check this out. They're doing some select designs of tattoos next Thursday for only $40. And they're also accepting donations of Purina dog and cat foods, blankets, towels, cleaning supplies, and the like. And even if you don't want a tattoo or you can't make it there that day, I'm sure they'd be glad to take your donations. It's Night Owl Tattoo, 3757 Teays Valley Road in Hurricane. Patronize these folks, good people. I don't know anybody there. I don't have a tattoo. Don't know that I want to get one. But good people for doing this. And it's just another example of how the business community, Hannah, here in the Kanawha Valley, always steps up to help you folks at the shelter.
Yes, we're very appreciative of it. And I know that with them, they did let us know that you don't have to have an appointment. You can just come in. And we will also have I believe we'll have some puppies and maybe some adult dogs. I know we'll have puppies, though, on site there in the parking lot to be able to try to get some of those adopted if anybody's interested. But there are definitely some cute designs on there, so come on out. It's
next Thursday, and that's at Night Owl Tattoo, 3757 Teays Valley Road in Hurricane. That's next Thursday from 11 till 7. Another text for you, Hannah, said, would it be possible to do some pets in prison programs here? Rescue dogs and cats help teach inmates trust and responsibility by bringing rescues and prisoners together in a remarkable rehabilitation program. It helps inmates learn valuable lessons and reduces the euthanization rates.
So I'm not sure if they're asking if we could bring some there or not, but we already do a few different prison programs. Mm-hmm. So we send select dogs out that are approved to go out to the prison program, and they get taught basic commands. We have a list of them for whenever they get adopted. So they'll go to like an 8 to 10 week training program with those prisoners. And of course, it's not just any prisoner. I think it's very specific.
Sure, yeah.
But I do believe that it's very, very good. We have had great success with it, and we've been doing it for a few years now. So it's very, very beneficial to a lot of the dogs that come back as they do learn quite a few. And I always tell everybody it's dependent on the dog as well. They don't come back knowing every single command. Mm-hmm, yeah. Some of them do, but some of them don't. It's just dependent on how the dog learns and how quickly they can take all that information in.
All right, Hannah. As always, you guys keep doing what you're doing. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
Hannah Gardner, Kanawha Charleston Humane Association, with Gravy. That is our dog this week. Gravy, I've got the picture posted on Dave Allen Radio on Facebook and also on my X page, the Dave Allen Show, or at Dave A70. Gravy is a 3-year-old male, microchipped and vaccinated, not fixed yet, but will be. He was a surrender when his owner passed away. He prefers calmer dogs, but loves people. Very, very kid friendly. Pulls slightly on the leash. I'm sure that can be worked with because the dog's already pretty smart. He can already sit, he can shake, and he can speak, according to Hannah and the folks at the shelter. Seems to be like a very good boy. Beautiful, beautiful dog. Probably maybe a little bit of pit in him, but he'd be a fantastic pet for somebody. Again, he loves kids, loves people, probably somebody with some calmer dogs. He's only 3 years old. He's going to be a pretty good, he's actually probably already pretty much fully grown, but microchipped and vaccinated, ready to go home. So go get Gravy. Love saying that. Go get Gravy. We got the picture posted on my social media pages, so go check out Gravy. In the heart of West Virginia, there exists a profound force that goes beyond the realm of sports, transcending limitations and fostering a sense of belonging. Talking about Special Olympics, it's a remarkable initiative showcased in the latest episode of West Virginia Enriched in collaboration with Huntington. Stands as a testament to the power of determination, unity, and unwavering support. See a video highlighting the Special Olympics at facebook.com/580WCHS. Biggly Piggly Wiggly Hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. Going to take a break. Oh my goodness, look who's here.
Hey.
It's Jim Strawn from Live on the Levee, the Moses Otter Group Live on the Levee, back tonight. We'll talk to Jim right after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses want to thank you for supporting local small businesses.
Red, white, and vroom! Gear up for incredible savings at Thornhill Ford Lincoln on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Hey, it's Sydney, and right now at Thornhill, you can drive home a new 2024 Ford Escape with 2.9% APR for up to 72 months, plus a $1,000 trade assist rebate. Shop online anytime at thornhillford.net or visit us on US 119 in Chapmanville. Discover why Thornhill Ford Lincoln is your ultimate destination for unbeatable deals and exceptional service on the road to total savings. Let's qualify for all offers through Ford Financial. See Thornhill for all details.
Hi, I'm David McCormick, owner of Omega Commercial Interiors. Did you know that most office furniture originates in China and Mexico? Omega Commercial Interiors sells products made in America for businesses made in America. If you're in the market for quality office furniture, remember, buy local and call Omega Commercial Interiors in Morgantown and Charleston. We're a proud West Virginia company.
Biggly Piggly Wiggly on Spring Street has served 3 generations of shoppers since 1955 as the largest locally owned independent grocery store in the area. The Joseph family owners grew up here, so you know they're invested in the community. They provide the biggest variety of choice meats, the freshest produce, an in-house deli bakery, great wine selection, and more of your favorite brands. Every purchase gives you gasoline points so you can save at our pumps. Order online for pickup at BigglyPigglyWiggly.com. Biggly Piggly Wiggly on Spring Street. No one beats the pig.
9:23, Dr. Casey Sachs from BridgeValley coming up a little bit later on in the show. Plus, Joe Stevens from the city of Nitro will be along as well. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Huston's Pizza. This month at your favorite Huston's. Order any regularly priced large 18-inch pizza and get a 2-liter Pepsi at no additional charge. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. On Monday's show, Tim Brady from the Charleston Convention and Visitors Bureau will be stopping by. The numbers are in from the USA Pro Road Championship bike event in Charleston, and they look pretty good for the amount of money that it brought into the area. We're going to talk to Tim Brady about that. Plus, Tony Hodge, who's the vice chair of the West Virginia Republican Party, will be on the show on Monday as well. After a week off for regatta, the Moses Otter Group Live on the Levee is back tonight at Haddad Riverfront Park, featuring Corduroy Brown and the local Honeys, Jim Strawn. I'm trying to make a joke about honey with you, and I just couldn't see.
Local honey? It's local honey.
Yeah, local.
We'll let people kind of devise their own or come up with their own jokes, because there's probably something there, right?
Right, yeah. So,
first of all, how in the world did I rate? I mean, you got Dr. Casey Sachs on this show, and Joe Stevens, and Jim Strawn. I mean, who doesn't belong there?
Well, you belong over all of them.
I love me some Dr. Sachs. She does a great job.
She's on her honeymoon, or she was.
Yeah.
I don't know whether
How about those pictures? They were great. She's doing an awesome job. And, of course, Joe, if you're listening, you know you do. He just, I know, Jim, I do a great job. I mean, Joe does a great job. Joe's amazing.
The biggest problem I have when I have Joe Stevens on the air is that he and I all we want to do is talk about baseball. And also
Orioles.
His Orioles, and I'm sporting the Reds shirt today, and the Reds, who are depends on which team shows up, but we're both Joe and I are both Dallas Cowboy fans.
Yeah, so
we have that in common. Yeah. So Live on the Levee's back tonight, Jimbo.
Yeah, season 20. Here we are, week number 7. If you're waiting to go to Live on the Levee, you don't have as many opportunities left as you think. We only have, after tonight, 3 more live on the Levee. So get down there tonight. It's going to be a little warm, but as the weather guys have been telling me, it's like a little warm breeze off of the Kanawha River down there. But at 6:30 at Haddad Riverfront Park, launching week number 7. You mentioned Corduroy Brown. I'm calling tonight an I-64 West theme, because Corduroy's from down in the Huntington area. And he does people love to listen to him. I've listened to him, and he does. People, when they say they listen to him, he brings a feel-good, poppy kind of a rock feel-good sound. He's got a little Appalachian indie rock in him. He writes some of his own stuff. He's got great albums out. He won Appalachian Album of the Year a few years back, so he does a great job. He'll play for 60 minutes. We'll take a little break. We'll make some announcements. We'll let you get a bite to eat, maybe a spirited beverage. And at 7:45, you mentioned the local Honeys. They're from a little further down I-64 West. They're from out of Kentucky. The local Honeys, 2 young ladies, Montana Hobbs and Linda Jean Stokely, with a nice band behind them. An amazing harmony, got a great band behind them. And one of my all-time great country artist, one of my favorites, was Tom T. Hall.
Oh, me too. Man.
I love me some Tom T. Hall, and he's from Kentucky.
Olive Hill, Kentucky.
He says these ladies are the real deal. They're honest to goodness Kentuckians with the great Appalachian sound as far as their harmony. He's really high on them.
He's passed away now.
Yeah. They've been traveling. And we're going to welcome them to West Virginia tonight at 7:45. They'll give us 2 45-minute sets, taking us to 9:30. As always, Levee is great fun for that great cause. We help those 5 inner city charities every Friday night with a 50-50 drawing. So come down, get you a bite, get you a beverage, and get you a 50-50 ticket as we help RCCR, Covenant House, Sojourner Shelter, Man O' Meal, and the Kanawha Valley Collective. Dave, the last 19-plus seasons, counting this year, I'm keeping unofficial tabs. We've raised $123,000 because people are supporting this with their generosity and their kindness and pulling out a 5 or a 10 and buying an arm length of 50-50 tickets. And we give that away about 8:40 every Friday night. But it's been a good thing, great fun for a great cause. That's been that tagline for 20 years. And thank you, Tom Lane, and for coming up with the idea 20 years ago, and David Mogard. And now the city keeps it going pretty strong. Thank you to Mayor Goodwin and her entire office, and Matt, and Jean, and Jane, Miranda, and Tina, and all the folks, Public Works. The mayor, you've had her on tons of time, and she'll say, hey, I'm one employee. We have over 700, and it does take a village to put this thing together. And I know here we are back at it again after the regatta, which was a smashing success by all appearance. And we're just a Kanawha Valley, a city of Charleston that loves to throw a party. We love our music. We love our arts. And here we go again. Putnam County's having a fun time tonight. We're going to be having a fun time. South Charleston's got the Summerfest coming up. Retro Fest at Slack Plaza on July 27th. We just don't take a break, Dave.
Yeah, and next weekend, and I'll be talking about this a lot next week, we got the big thing going on at Lately Field.
The inflatables day for the family.
Inflatables and water. What more could you want over there? Dude, that's happening next weekend.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it again. You and I don't want to beat the dead horse, but in all honesty, folks, if you can't find anything to do in this town, that's a you problem. I'm just got to tell you that right to your face, right to your radio face.
And the big concert this weekend over at the Coliseum and Convention Center too. So
there's always something.
So we got that.
Uncle Woody's got a big event tomorrow night. The red carpet, slacks and sundresses.
Kid Capri. Yeah,
I might be there.
Yeah,
who won't? Again, where do I not belong?
yeah. Really. I mean, it just and you and I talk about this every week. There's just so many things going on here in the Kanawha Valley. I mean, it's everywhere. And you mentioned in Putnam County, it's where I reside.
The
Putnam County Fair kicks off, and that's like a week of activities
so much
with some
fun.
Great music and some great stuff
fun.
Going on over there as
Corduroy
well.
Brown tonight, 6:30. Poppy, little indie rock, little Appalachian, and then the local honeys. And then week 8 next week, folks. Again, if you're waiting to get down to the Levee, the last one is August the 9th. We only have a few. We have a few more. Multifest is not considered a live on Levee, but that's August the 2nd. So we have a few more Moses Auto Group live on the Levees. Get down to Haddad Riverfront Park. I mentioned thanks to the city, but I always want to mention Brewer and Company, Lou Wendell Marine, the Health Plan, Fox 11, WCHS, TV8, all of our radio and TV stations, and of course, right here with you, WCHS Talk Radio 58. You've been good to support this, Dave, and we appreciate you.
I appreciate you coming down there. And with the weather, it's going to be a little warm, but it's still,
warm and breezy.
Yeah, and it's better that it's tonight than maybe tomorrow night or the following, because we're going to be in the upper 90s. But you know what? It is summertime. That's why you have the water, and that's why you have the spirited beverages, as you say.
And that's why you have water events on next Saturday at Lady Field. Water, inflatables, music, beverages, boats, skateboards, bicycles, picnics, picnic baskets. Come down, enjoy the night.
It beats snow anytime.
I will never bellyache about the heat.
No, I
won't do it.
I'm not.
You will not catch me.
But you and I also, to be fair, you and I spend a lot of time indoors too. So
if you need to go inside, go inside.
We're not right outside running jackhammers.
We are.
Jim and
we
Dave
are not with the DOH, and I appreciate those folks, and I am not there. So, hey, thanks, Dave. Have a good weekend, guys.
Right,
see you tonight.
Jim Strawn, Moses Auto Group, live on the Levee again tonight, 6:30. Appreciate you being here, Jim. Thanks Thanks a lot, buddy. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Jute for the best in security systems for both your home or business. Talk to Jute of Tays Valley. Visit protectedbyjute, JOOT.com. Text says, all pet owners, please have talks with family and friends about the fate of your beloved fur babies if you happen to pass before them. Please document in your final wishes as well if you've ever seen the face of a pet that has been surrendered to a shelter by those who are supposed to be family. It is absolutely heartbreaking. Yes, they do grieve and suffer depression and do so for a long, long time, says a texter. Very, very, very good point. I don't know, cold-hearted snake that I am, when I hear somebody say that their pet had to be surrendered because the owner passed. I just, and I'm not trying to make everybody all sad on a Friday, but I just always think, I wonder what that pet is thinking. And, where's my guy? Where's my girl? So now I'm going to get upset and cry here. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. Hoppy Kirchhoff coming up with Talk Line at 10:06 this morning. West Virginia Revenue Secretary Larry Pack will be talking tax cuts this morning. John Decker from Gray Television on the president's press conference last night and the continuing calls for him to exit the race. There are some new business rankings out. Where does West Virginia rank? Well, better than it has. Scott Cohn from CNBC will join Hoppy to talk about it. Brad McElhenney is on to talk with Hoppy and what I think is going to turn out to be a major, major story. And we're only scratching the surface of it right now. And it has to do with a company called Omnis out of California, which promised to make major investments in West Virginia, including the Pleasants Power Station. And now a lot of people have a lot of questions. And I would urge you to read a story that broke late Wednesday night in the Wall Street Journal. I think it was in the print copy, perhaps either yesterday or today, I was told, but it broke on the website Wednesday night about that. This is going to be, trust me, write this down. Dave told you, this is going to be a major, major, major story in West Virginia because it not only involves the Pleasant Power Station, but there's also a lot of other names being thrown out there in this and some things in Morgantown and some things in southern West Virginia. So just keep a close eye on the story, as Brad McElhenney is. And Brad, had a nice little exchange with the governor at the governor's presser yesterday. So I'm sure he and Hoppy will talk about that. Plus, steam release coming up, too. Talk Line with Hoppy Kirchhoff, 10:06 from the Encova Insurance Studios in the Dale Miller Building in Morgantown. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. Text says, please use the correct title for Trump, which is Vice President Trump. Yeah. The president's press conference yesterday evening. I watched it about 45 minutes to an hour late. Apparently, he was on the Jim Justice schedule. I guess somebody asked me in the hall this morning. They said, "What did you watch the press conference, and what was your opinion of it?" It all depends on which side you're on. I mean, I watched the entire thing. Watched a lot of the analysis afterwards from various sources, from News Nation to CNN to Fox. I was kind of bouncing around and reading a lot on Twitter, or X, I should say. If you are a Democrat and you're a Joe Biden supporter, you thought matter of fact, I saw one of the major Democratic pundits saying the president knocked it out of the park. This was the Joe we're always waiting for. We've all been waiting for all this time. And I just look and I say, what exactly were you watching last night? First of all, they said it was going to be a big boy press conference. Okay. He walks in and he's got in his pocket the people that he's going to call on. And if you notice the people, and I don't know how they chose who they were going to call on, how the president chose those particular people. But if you look at it, there was anyone that has been critical of Biden, whether it's the liberal or conservative press, they weren't asked questions, or they didn't get to ask questions. No CNN, no Fox, no Wall Street Journal, no Washington Post that I saw, no New York Times. Reuters was called upon, Scripps News Service. There was a few of them. Of course, the biggest the biggest thing is that the president, referred to his vice president, Donald Trump. Earlier in the day, he referred to Zelensky as Putin. And are these just, look, I mess up all the time. I have a little bit of a speech issue, as my father did as well. But come on. I mean, there is no possible way that you can have watched that press conference last night and think it's a good idea that Joe Biden continues. And the Republicans, many of the Republicans are saying, keep him in there. We want him. Let's keep him in there. Absolutely. So you want to weigh in on it, you're more than welcome to. Text me. You can do that to the Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008, or you can call me, although I do have a lot of guests scheduled today. You can call me, Bigley Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Yeah, I watched it, and it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Was it as bad as the debate? No. Was it as bad as the interview with Stephanopoulos from ABC News last Friday night? Probably not. But if they were, in my opinion, and again, you're speaking to somebody who also doesn't support Donald Trump. So if you were looking for that grand moment that says, hey, our guy is back, this is Joe, Joe's fine, that wasn't it last night. That certainly was not it. And I've got a headline coming across now that said now up to 17 Democrats are asking Joe Biden to walk away. So there is that. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live brought to you part by your hometown baseball team, the Charleston Dirty Birds. Birds are on the road for a bit. They won't be back at home at Gomart Ballpark until 1 week from the night they begin a road series against Southern Maryland tonight, followed by a road series in Lexington. Tickets, schedules, merchandise, and more, visit dirtybirdsbaseball.com. Text says, yeah, all these anyways, and the guess what's, yeah, he really knocked it out of the park. And then there's a little emoji of kind of the confused face. You people are truly delusionally reaching for anything. I don't know whether that text is referring to me or referring to Biden. I'm not sure. Text says, Dave, what about Trump Tuesday at a rally reference Trump Jr.? He referenced Trump Jr.'s wife, and he's not married. Another example. Again, if you want me to argue with you, I'm not going to. Donald Trump is unfit to be the president of the United States. Joe Biden is unfit to be president of the United States. So here we are. That's where we are. And again, if people try to catch me up on this by saying, well, what about Trump? I said the same damn thing about Trump. He's unfit to be president, as is Joe Biden. But that's where we are. 21 minutes away from 10. She's fit to be the president of BridgeValley, and she does a great job. Dr. Casey Sachs coming up next. Back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Are you looking for a technical job in the medical field? Generations is growing and looking to add on job-trained physical therapy techs to our rehab team. To apply, visit one of our 7 convenient locations or simply click on us at generationspt.com.
Welcome to Poca Valley, where we've been in business since 1908. Today, we serve Roane, Kanawha, Putnam, and surrounding counties. We believe you deserve banking that provides friendly customer service. For all of your financial needs, stop by one of our 8 convenient locations. Call us at 844-782-2651 or visit us online at PocaValleyBank.com. Poca Valley, where relationships matter.
Member FDIC.
Looking to buy or sell U.S. coins or currency, or need an appraisal on a coin collection? The Coin Man in St. Albans has been established since 2009, and he's the area's expert in currency. Whether you're buying or selling coins and coin accessories, he's got you covered. But that's not all. He also deals in select antiques and glassware. Visit the Coin Man today at 2412 Kanawha Terrace in St. Albans and discover treasures that transcend time. The Coin Man, where every coin tells a story.
The Hudson's Pizza July Special. Order any regular priced large 18-inch pizza and receive a free 2-liter bottle of Pepsi. Visit your nearest Hudson's for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. Order now at Hudson'sPizza.com.
Stay in the loop with the latest entertainment buzz. Join Kristen Burt for Hollywood Dirt. Every Monday at 4:30 p.m. on Hotline with Dave Weekly. Only on 580 WCHS.
It is 19 minutes away from 10. Ryan Nicholson is our producer today. Bigley, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. Brought to you in part by Live Healthy West Virginia. Presented by WVU Medicine. Live Healthy tackles pressing health issues, heart disease, diabetes, and more. It's a podcast offering insights into medical breakthroughs and preventative care featuring WVU Medicine's expert physicians aimed at fostering healthier lifestyles in and beyond West Virginia. It's a valuable resource for all. Discover the latest episodes on WVMetroNews.com under the podcast menu and start your journey towards better health today. Text says, my previous comment was to the people saying that Biden is back. Okay, want to make sure that I thought that's where the texter was going with that, but I really wasn't sure. Text says, wondering if some of the people that have kept it hush-hush for the last year that the U.S. president is mentally compromised should be held criminally liable, says a texter. Texter says the real question is, which candidate is the least unfit to be president? I'm going to say it's equal. I'm going to say it's pretty much equal at this point. Dr. Casey Sachs joins us via the Bigley, Piggly, Wiggly hotline. Dr. Sachs, good morning.
Good morning, Dave. Great to be with you today.
Great to have you here. First of all, I'm going to ask, I'm going to get personal. How was the honeymoon?
Oh, we had such a nice time. Thank you for asking. The food was by far the most memorable part.
That's what I want to hear about. Let's forget about this higher education stuff. Let's talk about the food. What was the highlight of the food on and where did you go, and what was the highlight of the food?
I think for me, I actually learned that pasta isn't commonplace throughout Italy, that when you're in Venice, it's a swamp, and that you should be eating food, and maybe that you should be eating some rice and maybe fish. And that pasta is a lot more popular as you get to places where wheat actually grows.
Yeah, it's kind of the Americanized version, I guess. So pasta was your, or what was the favorite food that you had? What was your number one food?
Chocolate was for sure my favorite.
All right, we'll leave it there on that. Chocolate. All right, let's talk about FAFSA. FAFSA Fridays. Explain again, and you've done it in the past, as Kent has when he's been on the show too. FAFSA Fridays are going on. What is FAFSA and what are you doing?
So FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid. It's also the baseline application that the state of West Virginia asks folks to fill out to be eligible for West Virginia state aid. And it's a form where you tell the government how much money your family made in the last year, and then they award you funds to help you pay for higher education. It's like so many government forms, it can be really frustrating. And so we've set up a series of workshops and just support on Fridays. Really, we'll support students any day that they want help filling it out, but we're intentional on Fridays to say, come in, get help with this form, because I know when I was a student and tried to fill it out, it made me cry. And so we just don't want other people to have that experience.
We don't want tears on the college campus. Now, what's the time frame of that you do that?
It's any Friday. Come on in between 9 o'clock and 4 o'clock, and we have somebody in financial aid who can help you with it. But we also have staff available any day if that's something that you're struggling with. And it's really important to get it filled out so that you can get some extra help to pay for college. We know that it can get expensive for families, and we want it to be as affordable as possible.
Last time we had Kent on, that was a couple of weeks ago, we talked about a partnership with Goldman Sachs that BridgeValley's got. Talk about that.
Yeah, oh gosh, it's so fun. So Goldman Sachs has a program that's called 10,000 Small Businesses, where they are committed.
That BridgeValley's got. Talk about that.
Yeah, oh gosh, it's so fun. So Goldman Sachs has a program that's called 10,000 Small Businesses, where they are committed to helping small businesses grow. They want small businesses to grow their revenue and to be able to hire more employees than they have right now. And so they started looking about how do they expand their project into rural areas of the United States. And they found Charleston, and they found us, and said, gosh, it would be great if we partnered with BridgeValley to be able to offer this to small business owners in West Virginia. So we'll start our first cohort in September. It's completely free to small business owners. Goldman pays for everything. And if you have to come in from farther than an hour away, they'll put you up in a hotel for the couple of days that you need to be in Charleston for classes. They're really committed to helping our small business owners right here in West Virginia be able to grow their revenue and grow their teams.
That's amazing. And I'm presuming you have information about that available on your website?
We sure do. BridgeValley.edu.
Now, this partnership with West Virginia University for aspiring nurses, talk about that.
So it's WVU Medicine, the hospital system, has committed funds to students who say, yes, I want to be a nurse, and yes, I'm willing to work at WVU. And frankly, a lot of our students want to work at WVU Medicine, so this isn't a hardship. And what they do is they pay students to go to school. They realize that some of the obstacles for students are the entry-level obstacles, and that means getting through the program as opposed to becoming a nurse and then deciding that they want to go to work for WVU Medicine. So what WVU Medicine has done is that they've gone in and said, let's talk to your students and let's pick some of them, and if they're willing to come and say they'll be nurses here at the hospital, we're willing to invest in them up front. And so that means that the hospital is paying students $5,000 a semester just to go to school, and a $5,000 signing bonus when they graduate from school to sign on and be nurses at any WVU Medicine healthcare facility in the state.
And we definitely need nurses, Dr. Sachs, in West Virginia. With our aging population. And plus, what I love about the program is it's healthcare professionals that are going to be staying here.
That's true. And that's actually something we're really proud about at BridgeValley, is that most of our students stay here. That folks who decide they want to go to BridgeValley want to go to BridgeValley because they're really committed to our community. And we're very intentional at the college about designing our programs so that they meet our local businesses' needs. So we really customize instruction so that if CAMC or WVU Medicine says, here's how we need you to teach someone to do an echocardiogram on a heart, we do it the way they want us to, because they're going to be the employer who hires you at the end of the day.
Talking with Dr. Casey Sachs of BridgeValley, the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you part by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Now, I had Jim Strawn earlier, Dr. Sachs, talking about tonight's Live on the Levee, but you folks at BridgeValley are going to be involved in Live on the Levee next week. Is that right?
That's right. Every summer, we love that we get to have one night where we get to be one of the co-sponsors, and July 19th will be the BridgeValley night. So it's just always really fun. We give away some BridgeValley swag, and I get to go on stage and welcome people, and we really just enjoy the opportunity to be in the community.
And that is next week's Live on the Levee. Dr. Sachs, I appreciate, as always, you being here. Thanks a lot.
So nice talking with you, Dave. Thanks for having me.
All right, 12 minutes away from 10. Bigley, Piggly Wiggly hotline, 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text, 304-935-5008. Text says, I can't believe Biden confused Nikki Haley and Nancy Pelosi. Said we took the airports during the Civil War, praised Hannibal Lecter, sexually abused a woman, partied with Jeffrey Epstein, and knew he liked them young, called Tim Cook Tim Apple, couldn't find his lawyer who was sitting in front of him, presided over a pill mill at the White House with a doctor whose name he couldn't even get right, and much, much more. I think, Ryan, that's sarcasm. I think that's exactly what that is, because all those things have been attributed to President Trump. Again, you want me to argue with you on it? I'm not going to. I'm certainly not going to. Text says the least unfit person to be president is the person who's been photographed with Epstein, been on call logs of Epstein's, and has been part of the Epstein flight logs. Anyone voting for Trump is validating child sex abuse, says a texter. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, presented in part by General Hardware of Winfield and Milton and General Lumber of Winfield. For all projects big and small, shop locally. Visit generalhardwarewv.com. Big happenings in Nitro. Of course, we've been talking about the pickleball event, but that's not all. There's a lot of traffic issues going in and around the area around Nitro, and Joe Stevens knows all about it from the city of Nitro. He'll join us next. We're back after this from the Parmar Store Studio on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses care for your family.
According to USA Today, 1 in 7 children in West Virginia face food insecurity issues. Hi, I'm Jason Quintrell, President and CEO of Union Mission Ministries. There are some obstacles our children face with access to food despite many feeding programs available. That is why Union Mission has partnered with some local middle schools to place food directly into the hands of children who need it. Help us remove those obstacles and help feed our kids. Visit unionmission.com to learn more.
Summer congestion got you down. Whether it's allergies or a summer cold, being congested can ruin your whole day. You feel tired and run down, like you're missing out on summer fun. At Navage, we're here to make breathing easy, easier. Navage uses patented gentle suction technology to help clear out allergens, dust, and mucus without drugs. In just 30 seconds, you'll be on your way to a better day. Get Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, Sam's Club, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or online at Navage.com. Navage. Breathe better, fast.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, So we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you.
Paid for by Nitro. Recently on Let's Talk with Carl Lee.
Jonathan Frazier, the director of basketball operations for a newly formed charter school, Impressions Academy in Huntington.
If I'm a high-level athlete, we think different. They're not like us in certain things. We're very focused on the prize at an early age. Some people just know this is what I want to do. And so they have that for astronauts. They have that for soldiers.
Let's Talk with Carl Lee, presented by attorney Frank Walker. FrankWalkerLaw.com. Find all episodes at WCHSNetwork.com/Let's Talk.
We got 9 minutes away from 10. Bigley, Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. Let's welcome into the show from the fair city of Nitro, our good friend, Mr. Joe Stevens. Joe, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Dave. Let's go O's.
You had to get the baseball reference in there to start things, right?
Just had to get it out of the way.
Is it going to come down to Cleveland and Baltimore in the AL, in your opinion?
That's what I'm thinking. And if give me a couple starting pitchers, I'd feel a lot better about it.
I get it. We got a few things to talk about in Nitro. One of those is we got a bridge closure. Let's talk about that.
40th Street Bridge, which is it's right at 2nd Avenue in Nitro. It's a connector between Cross Lanes Drive and Route 25. That was closed for resurfacing, complete resurfacing of the deck, beginning this past Monday. And these guys have been working hard, really just, getting the job done. And it's a West Virginia Department of Transportation project. It's a regularly scheduled bridge maintenance scenario, but the bridge is totally closed, no traffic one way, either way, and it'll probably be that way until about August 12th, 14th, or 15th, somewhere around there.
So I know a lot of planning had to go in because you just don't shut down a major bridge and a major artery like that. A lot of planning had to go into this.
When we saw the signs being erected about 6 weeks ago, that alerted us right away, and we contacted the Department of Transportation to find out what their plan was, and we were able to talk to the project engineer, and he gave us a total rundown of what was going to happen. Being that we learned it 6 weeks out, we were able to start to make some contingency plans, especially for emergency responses on 40th Street for the police, for the fire, for public works, for the ambulance service, that sort of thing. So and also not only for Nitro, but for all the mutual aid areas that come in to help if we have something where we need outside help, say from POCA or Tyler Mountain or Taze Valley or St. Albans fire departments or the sheriff's departments. Everybody had to be on the same page on how to respond. We've reached out to Metro 911 in Kanawha County and Putnam 911, and just everybody is on the same page when it comes to if we have to respond in that area.
And we've also got some things going on this weekend as far as some traffic situations, right?
Yeah, and just want to reassure everybody, when those yellow buses start rolling on August the 16th in Kanawha County, the bridge, we're being assured that the bridge is going to be done so that so parents out there wondering about bus pickup and everything, Jason Redmond, the Department of the school's transportation director, he's been in the loop. The yellow buses will be rolling. So just wanted to get that out there too, Dave. And like you said, this is one busy weekend in Nitro, especially tonight here Friday night. We've got the 911 pickleball serving the public. That has already started. That got underway at 8 o'clock this morning at the Nitro Sports Complex. There is a Nitro Antique Car Club cruise-in tonight where we close down 2nd Avenue, and we've got just great antique cars coming in, and that'll be on 2nd Avenue. But also this weekend, we are the host. The Nitro Little League is the host of the state softball tournament for 8 to 10-year-olds, and we've got 144 softball players from around the state coming into Nitro for that tournament. That gets underway for play on tomorrow morning. But tonight at Nitro High School, around the track and everything, they're going to have a parade with the kids, introducing all the All-Stars and that sort of thing. So that's going on also. And we've got, like you said, 200 pickleball players from 14 states will be competing in singles, doubles, and mixed doubles at the sports complex. I tell you what, Johnny Rutherford and his crew over there with Metro 911, they've got it all planned out. It's just, like I said, an exciting weekend. And not only an exciting weekend in Nitro, we've talked about this before, Dave. It's an exciting weekend throughout Kanawha Valley. You had Jimmy Strawn on earlier talking about live on the Levee. Just a lot of things going on.
All right. Well, Joe, I wish you the best of luck with everything that's going on in Nitro, especially with that traffic situation there with the bridge. But you were telling us the bridge will be open in time when the youngins go back to school, right?
That's what we're being told, and that's our story, and we're sticking to it.
Hold on one second. I got a text here for you, okay? Can you take a text? It says, so the Department of Highways didn't tell Nitro about their project, and Nitro had to take the lead when they saw signs?
No, sir. We were alerted to it, but it also, the signs gave us a good reminder of it. The Communications Department of DOH had, a couple months ago, said, this is going to be coming up, be looking for the sign.
Okay.
That was a good alert. No, they have been completely open with everything that's been going on.
All right, Joe, I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
You got it, Dave.
3 minutes away from 10, and I actually had a text from Johnny Rutherford about the pickle eating contest, Ryan. They have enough pickle eaters, apparently, from what I understand. So the pickle eating contest is tonight at 6:30. The community night itself in Nitro is from 5 to 8 with music and swimming and whatever, and pickleball play, of course, with this big tournament. I mean, you got, dozens of states represented. The top-ranked players in the world have come in for this thing. And the pickle eating contest, apparently they have enough pickle eaters for the contest, so everything is good there. That is at 6:30 tonight. All going on in Nitro. Well, could you use 500 gallons of free gasoline? Can't imagine who couldn't. The stations of WVRC Media Charleston and Parmar stores are back with a great gas giveaway. Someone's going to win 500 gallons of free gasoline. You can register at any Kanawha County Parmar location or at A to Z Outlet of St. Albans, Trojan Landing Marine of Charleston, Pearson Legal Services of Kanawha City, the Milton Flea Market, Quantum Sports in Hurricane and Charleston, Halfway Market in Milton, Pew Furniture of Charleston, East Coast Teas in Nitro, Shuckers in St. Albans, and Tractor Pros of St. Albans. We'll be drawing the winner July 27th during a special event at A to Z Outlet in St. Albans starting at 10 in the morning. Great gas giveaway presented by WVRC Media Charleston and Parmar stores. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. Final text of the day and of the week says, Dave, I know you won't be able to read all of these, but I'm tired of hearing about how much of a liar Trump is. Biden is no saint either, people. It is time to admit that. And they gave me roughly, I'm going to say about probably 15 to 20 Biden claims versus reality. And unfortunately, these old eyes really can't see them all. But I mean, yeah. I'm going to end the show, Ryan, by saying, yeah. That's where we are right now. That's where we are. All right, got to go. Thank you so much to Joe Stevens from the city of Nitro, Dr. Casey Sachs from BridgeValley, Jim Strawn, and Hannah Gardner for being here, Tim Brady from the CVB on the show Monday, as is Tony Hodge from the West Virginia Republican Party. Enjoy your weekend, folks, live on the Levee and all the other activities. Hoppy coming up at 10:06 with Talkline. Download the